What is up everyone? Today we are back with another pickups video and I'll be showing you everything that I picked up in the last 6 months or so. I've got a lot to show you and we're going to start off with these PlayStation boxes here. Originally I had this Tekken cardboard box one in really good condition. These were limited in release and were released around 1995 I believe. Very early stages of the PlayStation launch, and I didn't actually realize they did a few more because I only presumed that they did the Tekken one until I did some research. So I have the Mortal Kombat 3 cardboard box. This is just a box though, I don't think I have the game for this. I won these on eBay for pretty cheap. They don't go for too much. Some of these go around 30 to 20 pounds. I just need to get the disc for this. But I just love how these cardboard boxes look like. And this is a time when PlayStation were doing all sorts of like different size boxes. So you had the American long boxes. I think we have some of the European power ones also have long boxes. The jewel case ones, they didn't really have a unified box yet. This is the limited edition Total NBA 97. This box is a bit battered. This front side has like a rubber texture. I probably need to glue that together. This is probably the most expensive out of all of the cardboard boxes. Or maybe there's others that I don't know about. But this goes around 30-ish to 40 pounds. I don't have the manual for this. And the disc could do with a bit of cleaning, to be fair. And this is Warhawk, probably the cheapest one out of all of them. You probably pick this up for like £13, 15. And this is also one that I won on an auction. It doesn't have a disc, so I do need to pick this up as well. This looks like a fun game. I think this is probably one of the earlier releases for the PlayStation 1, because I remember this on a PlayStation 1 demo. But yeah, really loving these cardboard boxes. I wish they did more. Apparently there's a Cool Borders 4 one out there, which I haven't seen. I don't know if there's any others. If you do know any others, then please let me know down in the comment section below. So this is the first game I want to show you. This is Masters of the Universe He-Man Defender of Grayskull, and this is a 2005 release game for the PS2. This is a sequel to a GBA game from 2003, which is just called He-Man Power of Grayskull. And this looks like a hack and slash type of game, 3D hack and slash type of game, which actually looks pretty fun. I really like the artwork and how the game looks like. I've never heard of this. I mean, I never knew there was a He-Man game for the PS2. I was really drawn to this artwork here. This was actually relatively pretty cheap, published by Midas Interactive Entertainment. Savage Entertainment is the developer, so I'm not too sure about those developers. I mean, I've seen Midas games before, but not Savage Entertainment. Definitely one I would love to try, and it's actually pristine condition with the manual. Next up we have Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2, and this is one of the very early Naruto games. This sequel to the first one. This one came out in 2004 I believe, and at that time I was playing the GameCube version, which is the Clash of the Ninja, which I actually preferred, but the art style on this game is really cool. And the only difference is Clash of the Ninjas you can have 4 players, and this one is just 1v1. But this has more of a comic book anime style to Clash of the Ninjas, which is more simple and cel shaded design. This is released by Bandai Namco, and it's an Atari game by the looks of it. This is a really fun game if you haven't tried any of the old Naruto games, so I highly recommend checking this out. Next up we got the classic Outrun 2 2006 Coast to Coast, and this is for the PS2. This one doesn't go as much as the Xbox versions, which for some reason shoot up in price. So I actually picked this up from a charity shop for like £2 or a couple of pounds, I think it was. And this is like a £15 game. But the Xbox One, I think for this version is like £60, and Outrun 2 is like, they go for around like over 100. So I don't know why the PS2 version is so cheap compared to the others. Practically the same game, maybe they didn't make as many for the Xbox. But this is a classic Sega racing game. If you've never tried this before, it's just a simple arcade classic, you know. It comes with the manual, pretty thick manual for an arcade game that, you know, really doesn't need much detail. You just drive and try and beat the time limit. Disc is pristine as well. I did actually give this a clean. Glad to pick this up for my collection because I'm a massive Outrun fan, especially with having a Game Gear version on display like this. Alright, so this is a bit random. This is a Wii lens cleaning kit. This has never been opened, but this would work for anything really. But the fact that this is an official Wii licensed product as well. All it is just I guess a disc with a brush on it, and it will clean the laser of your console. Because it's just a disc base, I'm sure I can just use this on my PS4 or whatever, unless the way they've designed it, you can't use it for anything else but the Wii, but I can't see how that's possible. I'm going to give this a shot because you know, I think one of my lasers for my PS4 does need to clean because it makes a lot of noises. Maybe I should just keep this sealed, who knows. This is a random Nintendo product that I never knew they did. Next up we have Nuclear Strike, and this was released in 1997 by EA Games, and this is a sequel to Soviet Strike, which is actually one of my favourite Strike games. The first one that I played was Desert Strike on the Mega Drive. Basically the same thing, but Soviet Strike is probably my favourite out of the series. This is the 5th installment of the Strike series, and I'm pretty sure they've made more. I'm sure I've seen one for the PS4 which is like a remake or something. But if you like your helicopter overhead, kind of like a shmup but it's not a shmup, then this one's for you. This one you can actually control 10 vehicles, so you're not just in helicopters, you can choose battle tank and planes, Harriers. Quite interesting. I actually picked this up from a charity shop for like £2, which was, you know, I don't have this in my collection. I was like, why the hell not? So, comes with the manual and everything. And the case is alright. Right, next up we have Dead or Alive Extreme 2, and this is a 2006 release Tecmo game, spin-off of the Dead or Alive series. And basically it's just a bunch of the female fighters in bikinis doing volleyball, jet skis, tug of war I guess that is, and I don't know what that is, but this is from a charity shop, and the back of it, I think it's in like Spanish. And this game goes for like £15 to £20 I believe, and I'm pretty sure they've made like a new one or a remaster. There's an Extreme 3 I think there is, but I've not actually played any of these games, and I used to love the DOA series. I was a big fan of the was it Ultimate for the Xbox, playing online. This manual was actually pretty cool. It's got like it's celebrating the 10th anniversary, which I didn't know. It's got the information about the resort that they're in. I've actually realised this. Some of the it's a shame that this is in a different language, but some of the items and stuff. Maybe I'll check this out. This should still work because this is a power game, and it does have English, it's just everything else is not. Character bios and stuff. So yeah, there's DOA Extreme 2. Wouldn't say it's very extreme, but the marketing, I guess, is the 2000s. Everything was extreme back then. Next we have Deadly Premonition, and this is a survival horror game released in 2010. This is heavily influenced by Twin Peaks and stuff, so this is like a B-rated goofy survival horror with very jank controls, but a very interesting and weird, quirky storyline. Always wanted this in my collection because I've played bits of this, but I've never completed this, so this gives me a chance to try and complete this. I was debating whether to get the Switch version, but after looking at the footage of this Switch version, it's lacking in like frame rate and just the quality of the game, so decided to get the 360 version instead. The PS3 version goes for a bit more, not too sure why that is. It's the same game, and comes with a manual and everything. One disc, £18. I feel like this will go up in price. Next up we have Ape Academy 2 for the PSP. This was released in 2006. This is basically just a bunch of mini games, kind of like Wario Land or Mario Party, where you're the ape and you're doing a bunch of mini games. It looks a bit like rhythm style ones and whatnot. Not actually played this, but I was a big fan of the Ape Escape series, and Ape Academy is just a spin-off of that. And this is actually 1 to 2 players, which is pretty cool. The Wi-Fi ad hoc mode. You can do banana split screen, which I never knew you could do on the PSP. Comes in the manual in the game. Glad to have this in my collection. Right, so a bit more of more current systems now. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan. And this is published by Activision, but this is a Platinum Games game, which was released in 2016, I believe. This is your hack and slash 4-player co-op story mode Turtles game, which is all 3D, and this actually looks really fun. I love the artwork of this as well. Relatively cheap. I got this for like £12, and you could do 4-player, which is awesome, but it's only online co-op, which is a shame. You know, I don't know why they just didn't let you do 2 players on the same screen. At least 2 players. Big boss battles. What else we got? Shut up to the challenge. Big fan of the Platinum games. I know this is going to be fun by just looking at the gameplay. Happy to own this now. Alright, next up we got Gears of War 4, which I've never played before. I kind of missed out on Gears of War 4. I've got the collector's edition now from a friend. Picked this up for a good price. He gave me a deal on this and 2 other games. And I'm going to show you what the statue looks like, because it is massive. It's the JD Phoenix on a bike. Yeah, one that I never knew they released, so I'm quite intrigued to try this out. The next game that we have is River City Girls, and this is a 2019 release. It's a beat 'em up game developed by WayForward and published by Arc System Works. And this is a spin-off of the Kunio-kun franchise. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, like a 8-bit, 16-bit beat 'em up game similar to Scott Pilgrim, like similar game style. And this is the limited run released, number 291. Picked this up off of my friend, who actually gave me a really good deal on a couple of these games here. And I've actually played quite a bit of this, but I never completed it because this got removed from the PlayStation Network or PlayStation Plus subscription. So it's a game that I need to finish off. Next game we have is of Wild Guns for the PS4. This is Wild Guns Reloaded, made by Natsumi. So this game was released in 2016 for the PS4, which I kind of missed out on. This is a remake of an old SNES game, just called Wild Guns, and that came out in 1995. I vaguely remember this game. This is like a shmup sort of game, which is up to 1 to 4 players, and this is completely remastered it looks actually really good. Can't wait to try this out. So there's Wild Guns Reloaded. Next game is Dragon's Crown for the PS4. This is Dragon's Crown Pro. This was originally released in 2013 for the PS3 and also for the Vita as well. Now this actually comes with a really cool steelbook. I've never seen this before, and I have actually already completed this game on the PS3, but I wanted this version here, which has enhanced textures, I believe, high-res textures and stuff like that. I'm not too sure what else it includes, but also this here is really cool. The inlay also has some artwork of them eating around the table. This comes with a pack of cards, skill cards, which probably going to keep these sealed. Really hope they make another Dragon's Crown game, because this is one of the best co-op style, 4-player co-op style beat 'em up games out there. This is still quite old now, but Atlas should make another one. Next up we have Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. And this is a remaster of the 2006 release, which was on the PS2. I remember getting this game originally on the PS2, but I never got around to completing it. I didn't even get very far because the Wii came out around this sort of time, and I spent more time playing the Wii than I did with Final Fantasy XII, and I was moving about a lot. So yeah, I never really got around to fully trying this game out to its full potential, but I heard it was really good. And I did enjoy the fighting mechanics on this game. This comes with a really cool steelbook. Love the artwork on there. Just comes with the game and stuff. That's about it. The last PS4 game that we have is of Cobra Kai 2 Dojo's Rising. And this came out in 2022. Not actually played this one, but it is a 3D style beat 'em up sort of game. One of my favourite genres, as you can tell. And I actually enjoyed the first one, which had more of a traditional Streets of Rage sort of style gameplay. And this one is completely different. This is more 3D, and I can't wait to try this out. I'm a big Cobra Kai fan, although I still need to catch up on the latest season, but I'm really looking forward to the new Karate Kid film as well. But yeah, the only downside of the original is that some of the levels were a bit too long for my liking. Like, they could have shortened the levels out. Some levels take about like 45 minutes. But overall, fun beat 'em up game if you haven't tried these out. Right, so here's my one and only PS5 game, and this is of Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3 remastered, which got as a present, and it's still sealed. But I do love the Tomb Raider series, and this comes with a steelbook, a map book, and a greatest hits music CD, as well as a digital download of the soundtrack. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this out remastered once I finally get a PS5. Believe it or not, I still don't have one, and I'm holding out for a bit. Maybe I'll get the Slim at one point, or the Pro or the disc tray, but my first ever PS5 game. Alright, so I also got a Game Boy Color, which I plan to mod at some point. This is actually really good nick. I'll probably get an IPS screen on here, maybe change the shell to something else. Also picked up this PSP from a car boot sale for like £7, which I thought was a good deal. I had to go by the seller and believe that it was still working, but I knew that this eject button was completely missing, so this doesn't really close properly. But I got a new shell for this, so I'm going to shell swap this, clean it up, get it looking pristine again, because some of these screws are rusted. Also came with this Need for Speed Most Wanted game. And one of the main things that wasn't working was the battery. So I went and bought some third-party batteries, and it's actually running fine. It's reading games, all the buttons are fine. So quite lucky about that. So I'm almost done. I've got a couple more to show you. I've got this Switch game called No Straight Roads. This is a rhythm bass type of game. I've actually recently completed this. You can see like a complete playthrough on my channel, and I actually enjoyed this game. Some of the music is actually really good. It's EDM, indie rock type of music, and it's 1 to 2 players as well. Apparently 3. I don't know how this is a 3-player game, but simple game, good idea around it, like good story and stuff, and fun visuals. Very cool looking game. A little bit like janky when it comes to camera angles and jumping and stuff. Sometimes you don't know how far a jump is, and the camera angles do not help you, so you end up dying quite a lot of times. But I had fun playing this game, and you can pick this up for pretty cheap. I got this for like £10. So if you haven't tried it and you enjoy rhythm bass style games, then give No Straight Roads a try. Right, so that's it about for the games. Now I also picked up this anime on Blu-ray, which is called The House of the Lost. The House of the Lost on the Cape. That threw me off there. I only got this because I like the artwork, and it's still sealed as well. It looks really cool. It's not Ghibli, but it's like its own thing. Director is Shinya Kawasura. Looks very, just looks like a pleasant anime, you know, nice relaxing anime. Probably a sad story behind it. There's that one, and also got Jackie Chan's Crime Story on Blu-ray as well, which I've not seen before. This is like 1980s, late 80s Jackie Chan. I guess he's playing a cop again, but it's not Police Story. So I'm going to give this a shot as well. And last but not least, I got some of these PS4 limited edition sleeves. One of my friends actually just gifted these to me, which is actually crazy. These are so cool just to have on display. I did have Ratchet and Clank and also Shadow of the Colossus one, but now I've kept these ones, especially Bloodborne is super rare, and one of my favourite Soulsy type games. I love the look of the Spider-Man as well. Some of these games I don't actually have. I used to have Spider-Man. I've got Horizon Zero Dawn, so I can probably put that on the sleeve, and I've also got Bloodborne, which I can put. So that's pretty much everything that I picked up in the last 6 months plus or so, and I'll show you what this Phoenix, JD Phoenix actually looks like. Oh, one more thing, I need to go through this AliExpress order, and this is stuff to mod PSP and a GameCube that I picked up for pretty cheap. So I actually got this GameCube on eBay, won it on auction for around like £45, and it came with 4 controllers. I just wanted to do a shell swap and install a Pico boot as well, so I can play backed up games on there. So what we got in this parcel, this should be the GameCube shell. It's actually, didn't realise it comes in this nice box here. This is a NGC shell replica replacement. So I've never done a shell swap on a Nintendo GameCube, but I can imagine it's not too hard to do. This is the colour I went for. Transparent purple. It looks like it's good quality as well. There's all the bits and bobs. It's going to take me a while to do this. It's like a jigsaw puzzle right here. Here's the base of it. So I'm going to change this into a clear purple. This also comes with the right tools as well. This is a complete unit, which I paid, whoops, £30 I think, which isn't too bad. There's a lot of pieces to consider, so I need to take my time to put this together. This should be a replacement shell for my PSP. I chose a transparent blue case, and that's what I need. I need this eject slider, I need this middle bit, but here we go, that is what this looks like. Comes with the buttons as well. I know these can be quite fiddly to change over the housings, I've done it before. What else have I got? I can't remember what else I got. Oh yeah, I got this GameCube controller shell as well. I think I went for the same colour, yeah. So I went for the clear purple. This should be an easy thing to do. Not much to it. I'm going to change this to one of the value controllers that I have. So I've also just picked up some LED lights to go behind the monitor. I'm sure you know what LED lights look like by now. Comes the remote. I can't remember how long I picked, 5 meters I think. Last but not least, in here should be some more fake leaves. And here is some fake leaves to put around my consoles. Oh, comes with a pack of 2. Just to add some colour to this room. That's my AliExpress order right there. So this is the Gears of War Collector's Edition with JD statue on his bike there. And my friend luckily did a really good deal on this statue, which he had since the launch of this. Kind of hard to get them out. He is heavy. Supposed to be about 21 inches. Wow. Well, there's some batteries here that have these batteries. I don't know what the batteries are for. They have imploded by the looks of it. The batteries for the statue. Wow, look at it. That's crazy. This looks more impressive than the Cyberpunk one. Although I do really want the Cyberpunk Collector's Edition just because I think it looks cool. This is huge. It's very heavy as well. Look at the detail on that. Cool if it was like Dom on here, but I guess JD is the main character on 4. I've never played 4, so I don't know. Very highly detailed and way bigger than the Cloud Strife, the Final Fantasy VII figure model that I have with the Harley Davidson, whatever it's called. Now it's the joys of finding somewhere to display this. But what do you think? Do you think it looks good? They don't really make collector's editions as big and as cool as this anymore. So yeah, I'm not too sure what the batteries are for. Doesn't look like you could put any batteries in here. But there we go, that is Gears of War 4 Collector's Edition. And one more thing, there's this keychain as well, which is still sealed. Pretty cool. So I have just figured out that there is a battery compartment here. So this needs to be screwed out and you put your batteries in this slot here, but this was left on, so I guess there was batteries in here, but this is for the bike lights. Although I don't see any LEDs around here. But anyway,
The bike's supposed to light up. Is it the headlights? I don't know. I need to get some fresh batteries in here. So I've got the Mega Drive Radica all hooked up now. Let's go ahead and try this out. Jesus, that's loud. So we have what, 6 pre-installed games on here. Shame you can't add any more. Sonic the Hedgehog, Altered Beast, Dr. Robotnik's, Mean Bean Machine, Golden Axe, Kid Chameleon, and Flicky. Kid Chameleon is a game that I always wanted as a kid. I used to see it in the magazines. Never actually had this myself, but I always liked the look of this. I'm pretty sure they did like a Kid Chameleon Shinobi tie-in game, if my memory serves me correctly. So yeah, you get different outfits for this character, different abilities, I believe. Blind jump here. Whoa. Ow. So, I mean, this thing's pretty cool. There's a menu button here. Golden Axe, Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's go for Golden Axe. This is the single player version. I believe they do a 2-player version of this. I guess this came out like way before all of those emulation sort of machines started to come out, like the at-game ones and stuff. Aspect ratio is a bit weird on this though. There's like a line going down here. Don't know if it's just my TV though. Ah. Ah. Love a bit of Golden Axe. The sound seems pretty good, like there's no dips in the sound of this. Oh, although Sonic does sound a bit slow. Maybe it's just me. The controller actually feels way more better than the original Mega Drive one actually. Shame I can't use this controller on an actual Mega Drive. Sounds a bit like slowed down, the audio, but maybe it's always been like that. I just don't remember.